In the small village of Bilberry, there lived two girls, Daisy and Petra, who used to be friends ever since their childhood. Their family's financial condition was weak, so they used to work hard. Both of them were brilliant in their studies. Along with helping their parents in household chores, they used to go to college. One day, while returning from college, they started a conversation.
Daisy, this is the final year of our college. We will have to work harder to get a placement in a good company and a good job.
Yes, Daisy. We will work hard, and after getting a good job, we can easily change the financial situation of our families.
Yes, let's go. We are getting late. Our parents must be waiting for us.
After saying this, both of them headed towards their home. Days passed by, and when their results published, both of them topped in their final exams. Their college felicitated them, and their parents also praised them. Then Daisy and Petra got job in the same company. Both of them were very happy. Hey Petra, we got the result of our hard work. Both of us got this great job, and that too in the same company. And now we can support our families.
Yes, of course. And it will be really fun to do all these things together.
Now both of them used to rise early in the morning, do their household chores, and then go to office. They were fulfilling their dreams with hard work and enjoying their lives as well. They were living their lives on their own condition. Everything was going well, when suddenly an epidemic hits the country, and the government had to close all the offices. All the companies and everything was closed. People were asked not to go out of their homes. And to control this epidemic, the government had ordered to wear masks and use sanitizer. Both of them were very tensed, and so they decided to meet each other. So Petra goes to Daisy's home. Come Petra. Wait, use this sanitizer first. We have to be very conscious about this. We should always use this sanitizer first.
Oh yes, these days everyone is using sanitizer. We even sanitize our home once every day. Now most of our ration budget is being spent on sanitizer only.
Yes, you're right. But if we want to survive in this epidemic, then we have to use sanitizer.
But Daisy, I'm really worried. If this epidemic keeps spreading, then how long would we be able to support our families? It will be fine until we have our savings. But if we sit back at home like this, then nothing will change. We have to find some solution on this problem so that we can earn while staying back at home.
Yes, I was also thinking about this. But what can we do? At this time, only some medical shops and restaurants are open. Otherwise, everything is closed.
Without saying anything, both of them started thinking, while suddenly Petra gets an idea. And she says,
Daisy, all this while it was in front of our eyes and we were seeking it elsewhere. Both of us have degrees in chemical, but still we are tensed. A while back, we were talking about the expenses of sanitizer. Just like us, everyone else is spending a lot of money on sanitizers. We also can make sanitizers, so why don't we make sanitizer and sell them at low price? In this way, people will get sanitizer at a low price and we will get a way of earning.
That's a great idea, Petra. I have never thought about it like this.
See how smart I am? That's why I say come and talk to me every day. Who knows, you will also gain some smartness from me.
Oh, smart and all. Now, Miss Smarty, tell me, how are we going to arrange all this? This idea is great, but we have to work on this.
Yes, Daisy. We need someone who will supply all the raw materials needed to prepare a sanitizer.
There's a guy in our neighborhood. His name is David. He works for a pharma company. I think he can help us with this. We should talk to him.
So, what are we waiting for? Call him right now.
After this, Daisy calls David to share her idea. Listening to this, David decides to help them. Both of them give all their savings to David. But they were unaware of David's greedy nature. Taking all that money, David goes back to his company and thinks,
if I don't bring them raw materials, then they won't be able to make anything. This is a chance to make money from them, and they won't be able to say no to me.
Then David calls Daisy.
See, I'll bring you all the materials, but I need equal profit from your business. Otherwise, who will be willing to do so much for nothing? Let me know if you're ready.
Daisy explains everything to Petra. They had no other way out, so after discussing with each other, they called David.
Not equal, but we will give you 1/4 portion of our profit. Say yes if you agree with us.
Without any hustle or hard work, I'll getting money. Not a bad offer at all. Okay, fine. I'll do it for you. But I would not done the same for anyone else.
After that, David brings all the raw materials. The next day, both Daisy and Petra started working and prepared a good sanitizer solution. They sent it to the laboratory for testing. The lab gives them permission to sell the sanitizer. Both of them start packing the sanitizer into small bottles. They started their own sanitizer shop on the crossing. Since their sanitizer was affordable than others, so they used to sell it faster. And they earned a lot easily. After seeing this, David thinks,
why don't I take over their business?
The next day, David along with his friend Alex goes to Daisy and Petra's shop and says,
Daisy, Petra, meet my friend Alex. He wants to sell sanitizer in another city. He'll require huge amount of sanitizer. Will you be able to provide such huge amount of sanitizer to him?
Why not? We will prepare as much sanitizer as you want. Come tomorrow. After getting this big order, Daisy and Petra give all their money to David to bring raw materials for sanitizer, and they bring all the prepared sanitizer in their shop. The very night, David and Alex disappeared with all the money Daisy and Petra had given to them. The next morning, Daisy and Petra go to their shop only to find out all the raw materials and sanitizers have been stolen from them. They tried calling David, but this time his phone was switched off. While both of them started crying, suddenly a genie appears in their shop and says,
What happened, my child? Why are you crying?
Both of them explained what happened to the genie and started crying.
Stop crying, my beloved child. Take this. This is a magical sanitizer. This sanitizer bottle will never get empty. You can make as much sanitizer as you want from this bottle.
Saying this, the genie disappears. They filled all the sanitizer bottles from that magical bottle. And now they earned even more than before. After that, Daisy and Petra filed a police complaint against David and Alex. Soon, the police found and arrested them and made them roam the whole village sitting on a donkey. They were put into jail. In this way, Petra and Daisy started earning a lot with the help of the magical sanitizer. And they also made sanitizer affordable for the villagers. After getting money, they helped people stuck in the epidemic by giving them all the essential goods. The government also felicitated them for their good work during the epidemic.
There lived a saint in a village called Exes. He was meditating since years, and so he had achieved lot of divine powers. He could control fire, water, and wind. One day, while he was meditating, he felt dizzy because of heavy sun and he fell unconscious. There lived 3 friends in that village. Their names were Charles, Paul, and Joseph. The 3 of them were very good friends. They always lived together. One day, they all were roaming in the forest and suddenly Charles saw a saint.
Hey Paul, Joseph, see, it seems that saint has fainted. Come, let's go and check.
Yeah, let's go.
Saying this, the 3 of them went there. They saw that saint was unconscious. Charles sat near him and massaged his hands and feet. Paul brought water from the river and Joseph fanned him with a cloth. Then Joseph put water in his mouth and sprinkled some of them on his face. After some time, the saint regained his consciousness and the saint got up and asked them,
You have helped me so much. Who are you, son?
Sir, we were passing by and saw that you were unconscious, so we helped you.
Are you feeling better, sir? Yes, now I am feeling better. The 3 of you have helped me, so I am very happy with you. Charles, who massaged my feet, will have fire from the sun. And Paul, who put water in my mouth, will get energy from water. with the help of which he will create water wherever he wants. And the third, Joseph, who fanned me with pleasant air. He will always have the energy of wind, and he will be able to create air as per his wish. I am giving the three of you these three powers, but never use these powers in the wrong way.
Hearing this, Charles, Paul, and Joseph became very happy, and they greeted the saint and went from there. While they were going, they had a question.
If these powers are really with us, we should know how to use them properly. Isn't it, friends? Yes, your idea is good. Come, let's test them.
Yes, come.
Now, Charles told his power.
Let that tree burn. Let that tree get extinguished.
At that time, there is rain on the tree, and all of them keep staring at each other, and they became very happy.
Let the deer fly in air.
As soon as he said that, wild deer started flying in the air. Seeing all this, all the three of them became very happy and returned home. The next day, when they were going in the village, they saw a thief running after stealing something. Then Joseph used his air power and pulled him. He hanged him over to the police. Moving forward, they saw some men were working in the farm, but there were lots of grass because of which they couldn't work properly. They looked worried. Then Charles burnt the grass with his power and he helped those farmers. After a few days, rainy season arrived. But there was no sign of rain there. The villagers were worried. Then Paul used his power and there was rain in the village. Seeing these things, the villagers were very happy and they got back to work. This way, these three friends helped different people in different ways. One day, due to a cylinder burst, there was fresh fire in a house. This news spread in the entire village and these friends also came to know. Then these three friends started helping other people also. With the help of Joseph's power, they flew and reached that place. Charles entered into the house because fire would not do anything harm to him. They entered into the house to rescue the people trapped there, and Paul went with Charles to help him extinguish the fire in the house. Then Charles told Paul,
I am rescuing the people trapped here. You extinguish the fire in the house. This will help me rescue the people of this house. Yes, let's go fast. Yes, let's go.
Saying this, both of them entered the house. The stuff in that house was burning. Then Paul went there and poured water on them. Charles rescued all the family members out of the house and they came out.
Really, all three of you are very helpful and wonderful people. Thank you very much.
Saying this, everyone started praising them. And then the three of them leave that place and started going to their work. This news spread everywhere. And in order to honor them and their work, collector organized a function. In that function, along with high-profile people, even the common people were invited. One day, the function was organized and people gathered there. Then, Mr. Collector came there and honored Charles, Paul, and Joseph in front of everyone.
These three gems are priceless for us. We should respect the power they have been given. They have helped our village a lot, and so we will honor them.
Mr. Collector presented them garland and shawl to honor them. And seeing all this, Charles, Paul, and Joseph were flaunting on air and they start using their powers in the right manner and always saved people. This story teaches us that we should never give up and always do good work. Never think ill of anyone, cause as you sow, so shall you reap.
Once lived a man named Roaster in the village of Salzburg. His wife Janet and his two daughters used to live with him. One was named Gracie and the other was called Bobby. Gracie was the daughter from Roaster's first marriage. That's why Janet used to misbehave with her. She did not like Gracie. One day, Janet tells Gracie,
Oh, Gracie, where are you? There are lots of chores to be done.
Yes, Mother. You called me. What needs to be done?
We have a lot of work to be done, and my Bobby, she's not feeling well.
What happened to Bobby?
I have to go to the market, so complete all the chores while I'm there.
Yes, Mother. I will do all the chores.
All the work should be completed when I come back. Understood?
Yes, Mother.
After saying this, Janet leaves for the market and Gracie gets to her chores. Gracie feels tired because of all the extra work. She goes to her favorite place to take some rest, which was a very old tree. Gracie relaxes under the tree and starts thinking.
Things would be so nice if my mother was still here. All my needs would have fulfilled. She would have given me all the love in the world.
After thinking this, Gracie starts crying. While she was still thinking, she hears her father's voice. Oh, daughter, what are you doing here, all alone? What happened?
Nothing, Father. I was just missing my mother. That is why I came here.
Okay, let's go home. It's getting late.
Yes, Father.
After saying this, Gracie returns home with her father. Janet yells at her when she comes back.
Shameless girl! I said my daughter was not feeling well and you left her here all alone? What if something would have happened to her?
Gracie listens to everything without saying a word because she left Bobby alone in the house. Oh, beloved, stop it now. Why are you yelling so much on the little girl?
Yes, you will favor her only. It should not happen again. Did you understand?
Yes, Mother. I will keep this in mind.
After saying this, Gracie leaves to complete her chores. Bobby tells her mother,
Mother, you don't tell her anything. But if I do something wrong, then you yell at me.
This is not the case, sweetheart. This is all to teach her. This is why I am taking it slow. Don't worry about it.
But Mother, why are you doing so?
I will tell you when the time is right. She's so proud of her looks, right? Now you see how I treat her.
With this thought, Janet treats Gracie with more strictness. Now she tells her to do all the chores in the house and rested the whole day. Her mistreatment started increasing day by day. One day, Janet says to Gracie,
You feel that you're prettier than my daughter and you can do anything? Just keep in mind, till the day I'm in the house, you won't be happy. Understood?
But Mother, what have I done that you keep yelling at me all the time?
Your beauty is your curse. That is why your mother died the day you were born. Now don't waste my time. There are a lot of chores to be done.
Gracie wipes her tears and continues with her work. While working, she starts thinking.
Why does Mother behave like this? What have I done to her? My beauty is a trouble for her. That is why she misbehaves with me. She always makes me do all the chores. My own mother wouldn't do this to me, and I wouldn't have to do all these chores.
Few days passed like this, but Janet didn't change her behavior. This is why Gracie was very troubled. One day, Janet says a lot of things to Gracie. She was walking by while crying. Then she finds a spiritual leader on the way.
Greetings, Saint.
Tell me, daughter, what do you want? You look so tensed.
Sir, why don't things happen the way we think should happen? My mother is very jealous of my beauty, and my sister Bobby, who is not so pretty, is also jealous of me. What should I do?
Saying this, she cries again, and the priest says to Gracie,
Oh, beloved, stop crying. Take this. This is some magical water. Give some of this water to your mother. This changes your face.
Now the priest gives the pot to her and says,
Daughter, this water is magical water. It causes the face to change. That is why whoever uses it will become very beautiful. But using this twice would make you ugly. Remember this thing. Now, give this water to your mother. All of the troubles will go away.
Thank you, sir.
After saying this, Gracie goes back and brings the pot with her. Here Janet was angrily waiting for her. The moment she saw Gracie, she said,
Gracie, where were you? Tell me the truth or else I will yell at you. Mother, I was going out of the village when I met a priest. He gave me this pot of water. This is a magical water. Using this once on someone's face makes their face more beautiful.
What are you saying? Show me the water.
Yes, Mother. Let us try this on Bobby.
Give me the water and you get lost.
Now Janet looks at the water and gets happy. She takes the water and brings it to Bobby.
Oh, Bobby, wake up. Look what I have.
What is this, Mother?
This is some magical water. Whoever applies it to their face, they become beautiful. Come on, now try this on your face.
After saying this, Bobby applies that magical water on her face. She starts looking really beautiful. Her mother was astonished looking at her. Janet becomes happy, and Gracie was also happy that her mother was happy. Now Janet's behavior towards Gracie was changed. She starts behaving nicely to her. But Bobby was too proud of her newfound beauty and she thought,
Why don't I use the water on my face again? I would become more prettier.
By thinking so, Bobby uses the water again on her face. But this time she becomes really ugly using the water. She gets terrified looking at her face in the mirror.
What happened to my face? Why am I looking so ugly? What shall I do?
She starts screaming loudly. Hearing her screams, Gracie and Janet come to her. Both of them were shocked looking at her face. Nobody knew that her pretty face could be so ugly.
Mother, look what happened. What happened to my face?
How did this happen? Did you use the water again?
Yes, Mother.
Oh, girl, you have caused harm to yourself only. Now suffer. Gracie, where did you bring this water from? Come on, let's go to the priest now itself. Yes, Mother, let's go. Let me take you there.
Now, Gracie, Bobby and Janet go to the priest together.
Greetings, sir. We are caught in a lot of trouble. Show us a way. Please help us out.
I already told you guys to use it once. Using it multiple times would make you ugly.
Sir, she made a mistake, but there must be some way to fix it. Please tell us that.
Now you won't get the pretty face again, but you will get your old face back.
Sir, that would work too, but please fix her.
Priest starts chanting some words with some water in his hands and throws it on Bobby's face. Bobby's face turns into its original state.
Thank you, sir. I got blinded by my own beauty. I am beautiful the way I am.
Thank you, sir. How would I repay you? I cannot understand it. Now both of my daughters are equal to me. I will not discriminate them. My God has given me such beautiful children. I am not worried anymore.
After hearing those words, Gracie starts to cry. Now, Janet leaves with both of her daughters from there and gives them unconditional love to both of them.
There was a lovely kingdom called Madhavgarh. Amartya Sen of Madhavgarh was a just, wise and bird-loving king. His kingdom was happy and content. The king had a very intelligent and witty parrot. That's why king was always pleased with him. One day, Parrot pleaded the king.
Sir, I'm missing my mom and dad. Can I go and see them? May I, sir, please?
The king agrees to the request of the parrot and he said,
Okay, you may now go. But after meeting your parents, return back in 5 days.
Yes, thank you, King.
Parrot met his parents and became quite happy. He told his parents about the palace. Then Parrot returned to the king after 5 days.
Why don't I take some gift for my king?
Parrot saw a magical guava tree on his way.
If I give this fruit to my king, he'll be very happy. He will start looking younger and evergreen.
The guava tree grew on the peak of a large mountain. The parrot had to work very hard to pluck the guava. Working hard causes the parrot to become tired. A poisonous snake comes by at night and eats that guava, turning it into poisonous. The parrot, unaware of this, takes the same guava to the king. The guava is given to the king by the parrot. The minister said then,
My lord, according to the palace rules, everything given to the king must first be tasted. So this guava must also be tasted.
Okay, take these guavas.
The minister first feeds the guava to a dog. As soon as the dog ate the guava and he dies in agony, this made the king very angry. In his rage, the king beheaded the parrot. The king takes that fruit and throws it outside. After a few years, a guava tree grows in that same spot. The tree is laden with guavas. When the king notices this, he informs his kingdom that the guava from this tree shall not be eaten because they were poisonous. One fine day, an elderly man arrives in the kingdom and he finds comfort beneath the guava tree. The old man knows nothing about that tree. The old man eats a guava from the tree simply because he was hungry. When the old man eats the guava, he becomes young. An old man turned young after eating guava from a poisonous tree. The news spreads like a wildfire throughout the kingdom. As soon as king got to know about it, king couldn't believe it.
How did this happen? Aren't the fruits of this tree poisonous?
The king visits the guava tree to learn the truth. In front of everyone, the king allows a guard to eat a guava. As soon as he ate the guava, he turned young. Everyone became surprised. And the king now understood that the guava was once poisonous, but not the guava tree. The king is deeply saddened by the fact that he killed his innocent parrot. The king realizes before punishing anyone, he must verify whether or not he is at fault. So friends, we learn from this story that no decision should be taken hastily, but only after great thinking.